everybody? I'm Lala Anthony. Welcome to the Real Change Opportunity Fun Pitch Competition Mentorship Moments being brought to you by Mountain Dew. So Mountain Dew selected 5 talented and passionate HBCU alums to pitch their ideas to a diverse group of 5 judges. Now, these group of judges range from corporate to entrepreneurship, media, and entertainment, and are ready to listen to these incredible ideas as the contestants compete to win part of $1 million. Now, I had the incredible time speaking with them during our mentorship moments and was excited to learn more about their businesses and give them a few pointers as well. You ready? Here we go.
Hi, guys. How are you?
Good. Can't complain. How are you?
I'm really, really excited and interested to hear about what you're doing and how you're shaking the world up. So lay it on me. Tell me everything I need to know.
Well, my name is Jared Humer. I'm the co-founder of Athletic here with my guy Ashton. We saw ourselves as resources to change the sports trajectory for amateur athletes forever, connecting them with brands as they have the opportunity for the first time ever to monetize their name, image, and likeness.
Hi, Candace. How are you?
I'm great. How are you? So we are GABA, and we are combating the global shortage of health professionals.
Hey. Nice to meet you guys.
My name is George Achimpong. I've been a financial advisor for the past decade, and that is kind of the core of what our platform is all about, providing practical, personal financial advice to people of color.
Good afternoon. How are you today?
It's such a pleasure to meet you both. How are you?
My name is Jeff. I'm Femi. We are co-founders of Eventwar, the premier marketplace for events to celebrate Black people and Black culture.
Oh, I love that. If that's the tagline, I'm already in. I want to hear more about it.
Well, Lala, it is a sure pleasure. 3 years ago, I had an opportunity to be out in China for an MBA program, and that's where I started my concept of battery exchange, and we created a rental platform where we could provide on-demand portable batteries. So this is kind of what you see behind me right there.
Let me tell you something. My phone is always dying, and it is the most annoying thing. You never know where they're at. You can buy 100 chargers. They always go missing. It's crazy. My phone's dying soon as we speak. So I'm excited to hear about this idea. You ready for some questions?
Yeah.
Naturally, building this business, we learn a lot really fast. And one of the things we're learning right now is all about digital marketing. My question is have there been certain tips that you found or certain go-tos that you recommend when you're thinking about marketing using social media or strategic partnerships or anything like that?
I would definitely say I'm of the mindset that real, authentic approach always works. That's always been my approach, when presenting an idea or trying to build a marketing campaign behind something I'm doing. It's okay, why do I need this? Why do I care about this? Why should I care about this? And I think as long as those questions are answered, people become intrigued and just want to know more or become more invested in learning more about the platform.
What are some of your tips for longevity?
I think being able to adapt would be my answer to that. What worked for me in the MTV days isn't going to work now. A lot of people just don't know how to adapt and change what's happening. And changing doesn't mean not being your authentic self or not representing the company the way you want to. It's just being able to service whatever is happening at that moment, and whatever is popular to what people want. Know your personnel, know your audience, know who you're talking to and what their interests are and how, you can service that.
As far as, yourself as an influencer and you work with brands, how do you measure equitable opportunities versus traditional brand endorsements?
Okay, so we talked about going after chasing the bag, so to speak, and going after the bag. The bag is not worth my integrity. So no matter what the paycheck is, if it's not something I genuinely believe in, if it's not a product I'm really going to use, if it's not something that fits who I am and my morals and values as a human being, as a person, then I'm just not going to be in business with them. I would take no money to promote or be aligned with something I really believe in and I love. Acting is something that I love. I'm on set 16 hours a day. I would want to do it if I wasn't getting paid for it. I don't do it to get paid for it. I do it because I love it. And it's the same thing with a brand. You want to align yourself with a brand that you love and you feel passionate about that. If there wasn't, the check is awesome, but if there wasn't a check involved, you would still want to be in business, with this company. I think that's most important.
As a woman in business, there's some hurdles. And so if you could go back and talk to your younger self, what do you feel like you would have said to her in terms of preparing herself to navigate some of the politics of being a woman in an industry that's that basically says you shouldn't be here.
When you're passionate about something and you walk into a room with that passion, whoever's supposed to get it is going to get it. I want to be in business with people who are just as passionate about whatever the idea is that I'm talking about and, really want to help me succeed and win. It's about finding the right partners and the right connections to grow the business and grow the brand. And as a woman, I just think we got to continue to be educated, continue to be on top of our game. So when we walk in these meetings and we're talking to investors, it's like sealed tight. They have no questions at the end. There's no way they can say no. And then if they do say no, because that's going to happen, it happens to me, a lot. You just have to know that wasn't meant to be, and something else will come, and don't get discouraged by that.
I wanted to see if there is somewhat of a focus for the tech space as you kind of build this foundation and your impact.
Yeah, I think, the focus for me is just anything that I'm interested in. I really respect and love people that find what's lacking in the marketplace and fulfill that need, because you'll have people that say, everyone's done everything already, or everything's been done already. And I'm just impressed by people like yourself who, again, really take a scope of the world that we live in and say, okay, what do we need? You went to China, you saw what happened there with, your phone and everything. It's like, okay, how can I fix this? What can I do? And you turn that into an entire business. I mean, that's something to be incredibly proud of.
What do you think is one critical thing that we want to make sure that we address to be able to reach and impact as many people of color as possible from where you sit?
I think from where I sit, you have to address the statistics that are in our community when it comes to financial planning and how people are dealing with their money, because the statistics are what really catch people's eye. When you say, how many people have financial advisors? How much are people saving per year? How much life could be different if you hired a financial advisor, or if you got familiar with financial planning? Those kind of things make people excited. It's proof in the numbers. So I think when people can see like, wow, I could really save this if I affiliate myself with this platform, if I learn, if I kind of follow what they're telling me, I think that would get people really intrigued to want to be a part of the platform. It's like anything else. Once one person gets going, they tell somebody else, and they tell somebody else, and it just gets out there. But I think if you can just show and prove, which I know you all are doing, that we can in fact save you money. We can in fact set you up for an amazing financial future for yourself, for your family, for your children. I think that goes such a long way.
In terms of business mentors and business, who are you inspired by, and who have you learned a lot of lessons from it? And you mind sharing some of those lessons?
In the beginning of my career, I was most inspired by this guy named Shaka Zulu, who manages Ludacris, because he hired us as interns when we were really, really young. And I was always like, impressed by him, and I just saw how he was able to spot talent the way he was and really, help nurture that talent and grow that talent. And he did that with myself and Chris. And so, I just look for people that I feel like get me, I guess, and just are passionate about the things I'm passionate about. So whenever I'm thinking of mentors, I always go back to Shaka Zulu, because he was the first one to ever believe in me and give me that opportunity, and just shared my same vision, and he just got it.
Last question. We're going into our pitch. What advice can you give us to get in that zone so that we can just, kill it and crush it? Because we've been practicing all day, sitting, waiting around, and we're like, all right, we're ready, but what advice can you do before you get on set, before you start to do your roles, for us before we start pitching our company?
People will think you guys are young, so they're young, what do they really know about this space? And I just think education and knowledge is power. When you come in with the information, when you come in with the stats, when you come in with the why this is important, why this is relevant, why this could change certain kids' lives, and the outcome of something like this, you make it so that people have to pay attention and people have to listen and want to hear more about it. I just think the more information and the more on point you are with talking about, your platform, that is gonna resonate with people for sure.
And I just love your questions, and I just love feeling like I can provide some kind of insight into what you're doing, because it is really incredible.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
I thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
So it's not a secret that I was thoroughly impressed by these HBCU alums and their ideas. I cannot wait to see what they do next. I wish all these contestants the best of luck with their ventures, and I just want to say thank you so much to Mountain Dew for creating such a great program with the Real Change Opportunity Fun Pitch Competition.